Good morning, and today we are going to see about the absorption of digested food materials. In the previous slide, we have seen the role of enzymes in carbohydrate, lipid, and protein digestion, and now we are going to see the absorption of digested food materials. Okay. Under that, first you should know the stages of digestion and what is absorption and what is the mechanism of absorption. Already we have seen what is digestion and what are the different stages of digestion. And now let's pass on to the stages of digestion. See, this also we have seen in detail, but just to recall what is this absorption, I just wanted to note down these points. Okay, that is the different stages are ingestion, propulsion, then mechanical and chemical breakdown of food, then nutrient absorption, then elimination of indigestible food. So here now today we are going to see about the nutrient absorption process. So what is absorption? What is absorption? See, whatever food we take, it should be absorbed by our body, isn't it? So here we see what is absorption. This is the process by which digested food substances pass through the walls of alimentary canal, then into the blood and lymph capillaries to be supplied to the rest of the body. So whatever food we take, in the previous presentation we have seen how the food is digested. So after digestion, the food should be absorbed by our body. So this is a process by which the digested food substance, that's very important. The digested food substance pass through the walls of alimentary canal. Then after digestion, it should be absorbed into the blood and the lymph capillaries to supply to rest of the body. So it is supplied to the rest of the body. Okay. Now we will see the mechanism of absorption. Mainly, there are four mechanisms. The first one is simple diffusion. The second one is active transport. The third one is facilitated transport. And the fourth one is passive transport. So, under the mechanism of absorption, we can see all these four methods, mechanism of absorption. See, as you see already in the role of enzymes, we have seen for carbohydrate digestion, what are all the enzymes involved. Then for protein digestion, what are all the enzymes involved. And for lipid digestion, what are all the enzymes involved. Similarly, here also, once the food is digested, it should be observed through some other mechanism. So basically, we can see these four mechanisms. The first one is simple diffusion. Just a process of diffusion takes place. So what is this simple diffusion? The movement of solute from higher concentration to lower concentration. The movement of solute from higher concentration to lower concentration through the membrane. So alimentary canal already the food will be digested. Then from the higher concentration, that means from the alimentary canal, the digested food will be absorbed to the lower concentrated area through the membrane. For example, glucose, amino acids, ions like chloride, all these can be absorbed by the process of simple diffusion. So whatever food we take, after digestion, these simple diffusion process, helps to absorb glucose, amino acids, ions like chloride through the membrane. And the second mechanism is active transport. Active transport. So active in the sense it needs some energy, some effort. But in the process of simple diffusion, automatically through the diffusion process that will enter. But in active transport, the process of solute movement from lower concentration to the higher concentration by the expense of energy. So here energy is needed. Okay, here energy is needed. Okay, unlike this simple diffusion process, in the case of active transport, the solute movement will be from lower concentration to higher concentration by the expense of energy. See, for example, Electrolytes like sodium ions are absorbed by active transport into the blood. Okay, that is one of the example for active transportation. Then the third one is facilitated transport. See, this is the movement of solutes across the biological membrane with the help of specific carrier proteins. So here no diffusion, and it is a facilitated transporting mechanism. Facilitated transporting of digested food materials. Okay, this is another mechanism. Here, with the help of specific carrier proteins, only the food can be observed. See, for example, digested amino acids and glucose are observed into the blood by this method. Okay. And the next mechanism is perceived transport. See here, there is no need of any energy. Perceively, okay, perceived transportation takes place. So this is defined as the process of solute movement across the cell membrane without the requirement of energy. Passively, it is observed by the blood. So after digestion, simpler food substances are absorbed into the blood by perceived transport. Okay, by perceived transport. So these are the four mechanisms of absorption of digested food material. So that's very important. Very simple mechanisms. The four mechanisms involved, that is the simple diffusion, and then the active transport, then the facilitated transport, and then the perceived transport. So the main differences you should know. Under simple diffusion, just like that, the digested particles will be absorbed. Then in the case of active transport, the movement takes place from lower concentration to higher concentration, so there is a need of energy. But in facilitated transport, they need some special carrier to carry the digested particles. And in the case of perceived transport, there is no requirement of energy. Okay, it is just absorbed into the blood by perceived transport. Okay, so that is all about the absorption of food particles, I mean absorption of digested food by our body. Okay, thank you.